Today I'm going to show you an easy way to sew on a button. You take your thread. I'm using dark thread so you can see it. If you're sewing your button on, make sure it matches the top and the button that you're using. You need 2 feet of thread. It doesn't have to be exact. If you don't have measure right there, 2 feet is usually from your shoulder down. You thread the 2 ends through the needle. There is a right and wrong side to a needle, so if you can't get it to go through the first time, turn the needle around and try from the other direction. Pull those 2 ends through, and down here where the loop is and these ends, get them all together, and then you're going to put a knot. I don't care how you tie it, just get a knot put in there anyway. If you're a beginner, I do it this way, but you can do it any way to get a knot. Then you take your shirt, if that's what you're putting it on. Sometimes you can't see where the button's supposed to go. This one I can see a little bit of a hole, and I could tell. But if you can't, what you do is you button the button at the top and the button below where you're working. You go straight down the buttonhole, like that. I unbutton the other 2. Pull the thread on through. I take the button. I'll go ahead and come up right next to where that knot. Now see, I put the knot on this side because you don't want the knot to show on the other side of the shirt. And then I'll just come up close by it. I'll put the needle through one hole of the button. I take and lay a little pin on here. Whoops, need to go the other direction. I lay a pin on there because you want kind of a shank to form so the button won't pop off as well. It loosens it just slightly. Now I'm going down the next side. Whoops. I'm trying to keep it so the camera can see it okay here. And then I tried to come up with the same hole to make it look neater. And you may have to feel around sometimes. And then I go back down. Once again, I look to see, am I close to the same where I came out? It doesn't have to be exact. That's twice. Because I have 4 strands of thread on here, I only have to come through this button twice. Remove the pin. I tie a knot. I just wrap it around twice, around the needle twice, pull it through. I like to slide my needle under a little bit and pull that because then it buries the knot and it won't come out as easy. Cut that off. And I want you to be sure to make note. I got this one a little bit more crooked, but to be a little bit careful when you do it because you want to make sure the holes go the same direction. I didn't want the holes to go that way. I want them to go the same direction. If you have a button with 4 holes, you do it just the same. You do the 2 sides and then the other 2 sides. And that's how you sew on a button.